thought I was just gonna lay down
Did you go
for like 6 hours and just like go to sleep while this.
As Marvel Studios is now moving ahead with plans to introduce mutants in the MCU, fans were hoping Jennifer Lawrence would return as Mystique, but recently she made it clear that she will not be doing any superhero movies in the future.
Lay down
Did you go
for like 6 hours and just like go to sleep while this.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I too was gonna have to. I had the theory of when I was really tired.
Just a few years earlier, she had wrapped up her part in the X-Men series with Dark Phoenix. She had first appeared as Mystique/Raven Darkholme in 2011's X-Men First Class. She returned for 2 more films, Days of Future Past and Dark Phoenix. Over time, she admitted how difficult it was to play the hero. Initially, she was reluctant to return for a 3rd movie. She agreed only on the condition that Simon Kinberg would direct. Once Kinberg signed up, she stayed true to her word. Lawrence later revealed that Kinberg's involvement helped her feel more connected to Mystique than she ever had before. But even his presence couldn't fix her biggest problem, the makeup.
They place the scales first, and then that's telesis and glue, latex. And then they do 3 layers of airbrush blue, and then 5 layers of splattering of all different colors, which is really cool. It's the worst when that's going on, but it looks really cool. It makes it look like 3D marble.
It takes 6 girls to paint the full body, and it takes about 7 hours to do that process.
Raven's real form required layers of blue body paint and countless prosthetic details. Eventually, it became too overwhelming for her. Lawrence once explained that she loved the X-Men movies, but the paint was the problem. The costume took over 8 hours to apply, which also made basic things like going to the bathroom a challenge. On the Graham Norton show, she shared that the costume designers had assumed she wouldn't need to use the bathroom, joking that since she was a girl, it wasn't necessary. She added that she had to find a way around it by using a funnel to pee standing up.
No, I wish. Then I would be like, maybe take a little off the thigh. No, it's like a blue like pantyhose that goes around my whole body that I can't sit to pee in. Can't do any form of bathroom. Like the guys who made it were like, well, she's a girl. She didn't go to the bathroom. So I pee standing up out of a funnel.
The situation worsened when she started noticing the effect of the paint fumes. During the filming of First Class, she didn't care about the toxins, but as she got older, she became more conscious. By the time she was almost 25, she questioned the safety of inhaling chemicals she couldn't even pronounce. Years later, Lawrence admitted that her exhausting experience as Mystique was one of the reasons she stepped away from the spotlight. After spending a few years in obscurity with her husband, Cook Maroney, she reflected on her past work. She confessed that the quality of her projects in the past decade hadn't met her expectations. She felt that the public had grown tired of her, and even she had grown tired of herself. Lawrence believed it reached a point where no matter what she did, she couldn't get anything right. She also acknowledged that she had been a people pleaser for most of her life. She explained how working constantly made her feel safe, as if saying yes to every project would prevent people from being upset with her. But eventually, she realized that even her presence no longer pleased people. This realization made her understand that neither work nor career achievements could bring her peace.
Do you read any of the reviews or any stuff about your performances?
Not really, only when they're good.
Yes, that's
no,
more
I don't.
relaxing.
I've never really. Normally, like I promote a movie, put the work into like promoting it, ask people to go see it, and then it's just kind of out of your hands. And I normally just kind of let it go. Dating the director was different.
With Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine in Deadpool 3, fans speculated about other X-Men characters entering the MCU. Many were hoping Lawrence would reprise her role as Mystique. However, she put those rumors to rest. She stated she would not be doing franchises anymore. Though she expressed her love for superhero movies, she felt she was now too old and brittle to play a superhero. Lawrence called franchises a form of art and said they were fun, but emphasized that she could no longer do them. Her last appearance as Mystique was in 2019's X-Men Dark Phoenix, where the character dies. That was her exit. In an attempt to reduce this discomfort, Lawrence proposed using a full bodysuit instead of the paint for the sequels. The filmmakers agreed and created a more flexible and breathable suit for her. Despite this adjustment, she still had to endure makeup sessions for her face and hands, which remained time-consuming and tiring. Another reason for her dissatisfaction was the lack of depth given to her character in later films. She felt Mystique's role became more of a visual effect rather than a fully developed character. After Disney acquired Fox in 2019, the future of the X-Men franchise became uncertain, adding to her disinterest in continuing. Lawrence mentioned that she would be open to reprising Mystique only if there was a good story to tell. She expressed her fondness for working with her co-stars, especially Michael Fassbender, who played Magneto. But as of now, she is stepping away from superhero franchises and leaving Mystique behind.
So not only do they go into every decision of, you know, if I'm working, where I'm working, when I'm working, they've taught me, I mean, I didn't know that I could feel so much, and my job has a lot to do with emotion, and they've opened up the world to me.
From 2016 to 2019, her film choices started missing the mark. Passengers, a sci-fi romance that left audiences cold. Red Sparrow, a spy thriller that couldn't quite take off. And Mother, an artsy horror that split the audience in half. Critics were not kind. Box office numbers, even worse. Then came X-Men, Dark Phoenix in 2019. Jennifer reprised her role as Mystique for the 4th time, but this time it bombed hard. A brutal 22% on Rotten Tomatoes. The worst performance of any X-Men film she'd ever been part of. That was the tipping point. Jennifer Lawrence later admitted that the constant failure started eating her alive. She explained how every move she made felt wrong. If she walked a red carpet, people would ask why she didn't run away. That's how bad the public scrutiny had become. The pandemic gave her the cover she needed to disappear quietly. While the world was on pause, Jennifer Lawrence took a real break. Not just from acting, but from the crushing expectations that came with it. And guess what? It worked. She's now married, has a baby on the way, and is getting ready for a comeback. But this time, she's moving on her own terms. The projects lined up for her look promising, and there's a sense that she's not just back, she's stronger than ever. While Jennifer's stepping into a new chapter, there's someone else revisiting an old one. Rebecca Romijn, the original Mystique, is making a surprise return. That's right, Romijn is reprising her iconic role in the upcoming Avengers Doomsday movie.
Where the hell are we?
You know, people like you are the reason I was afraid to go to school as a child.
Romijn herself called it unexpected and very surreal. She hadn't thought she'd ever wear the blue body paint again, but Marvel had other plans. She's already on set, filming, and it's been a wonderful experience so far. For Romijn, this role means more than just a paycheck. As a mother of daughters, she's become very particular about the roles she picks. She wants to play characters who are positive role models for young girls. She's aware of the impact these characters can have, especially in genres like sci-fi and comic books, where strong, multifaceted female characters are still fighting for space. Romijn said she wants to be proud of the work she brings home to her daughters. She doesn't take it lightly when she has to leave them behind for shoots. Especially now, she wants roles that not only challenge her, but also set the right example. She spoke about her love for roles where female characters are just as strong, just as layered as their male counterparts. Whether it's in Star Trek or X-Men, she gravitates toward characters who break stereotypes and own their power.
You know those, like, silicone spiders that you throw against the wall and they slowly climb down the wall? That's what they feel like.
So it was down in the 30s.
Romijn isn't the only X-Men alum returning for Avengers Doomsday. Legends like Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Kelsey Grammer, Alan Cumming, and James Marsden are all making appearances. It's a legacy reunion that fans didn't see coming. So while Jennifer Lawrence is focusing on her personal life and prepping for a more mindful comeback, Rebecca Romijn is stepping back into a role that once defined her. Two Mystiques, two very different journeys, but both are writing new chapters with a sense of control they didn't didn't have before. Lawrence's hiatus wasn't just a career break, it was a reset button. She knew she wasn't delivering her best work, and the public's growing indifference made her see the harsh truth. Work couldn't fix what was broken inside. Stepping back was the only way forward. Romijn's return, on the other hand, is a reminder that sometimes the roles you leave behind come back at just the right moment. But this time, she's approaching it with a purpose bigger than herself, showing her daughters what strong, resilient female characters look like on screen. As for Jennifer, her return might not involve blue body paint or blockbuster franchises, at least not immediately. But when she does come back, she'll be doing it with a clear head, a strong heart, and a sharp focus on quality over quantity. Both women are proving that in an industry obsessed with constant presence, sometimes the boldest move is to step away. Because when you come back, it's not about the applause, it's about owning your story. If you want to stay updated on Jennifer's next big move or see how the X-Men legacy unfolds without her, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Smash like if you respect Jennifer's decision to walk away on her own terms. And tell us in the comments, do you think Marvel should recast Mystique or let the character rest? Stay tuned, because this saga is just heating up.